Howdy y'all, welcome back. It's time for the review of the game closing analysis for Funky 5's. So yes, this is another chit-chatting episode, which means that we won't be scratching on this one. This game analysis closing report review was actually a request from a couple different subs. So thank you so much if you suggested this one. I think it's a good one for us to talk about. I think the reason why there was an interest is because this ticket was pulled with 5 top prizes still remaining. One of the reasons that I played, and I think a lot of Texas lottery players played it, is because there was 10 $100,000 top prizes, which is a little unusual for a $5 ticket, or at least not super common. And then the other prizes were not insanely difficult to hit. So while it was out, it was one of the better $5 tickets, at least in my opinion. So the fact that they pulled it early kind of left a lot of us more than just a little upset, I guess disappointed in the lottery's decision. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what those numbers look like at the end of the report. And then I'm going to give you my opinion on the entire thing. So let me go ahead and pull up that report. And as a reminder, because I won't be scratching, if you are here for scratching, please feel free to back out at the video rather than give me a thumbs down. I don't want anybody to stick around thinking we're going to be scratching. We most certainly will not, but like I said, I do enjoy doing these videos and I hope you'll stick around to watch them. Alright, so this is the game analysis closing report. I kind of explained a few details as to what all the areas are on a different video where I did the game closing analysis report review for the $20 Money Mania. So if you haven't seen that, there'll be a link up down in the description below, as well as at the end of the video if you want to see it. But anyway, we're just going to talk about the key points for the Funky 5's ticket. It was a $5 ticket with 10 top prizes, and those top prizes were actually not that difficult to hit because there was only a total of 8.4 million of the Funky 5's tickets printed. So, you know, you had, theoretically speaking, you had a chance at less than 1 in 1 million of finding those, or better than 1 in 1 million of finding a top prize given the quantity. If we actually look at the information that was released, 5 of those were sold, 73.97, so just under 74% of those tickets were sold. And when we talk revenue, the lottery spent a total of just under $191,000 printing the tickets. They paid out approximately $20.3 million. So their direct cost came in at about $20.5 million. The revenue that they made was a little over $31 million. So judging by what I'm seeing here, excess of revenue overspended means that they got to pocket approximately $10.6 million. And even if they had paid all 5 top prizes, which in my opinion, they really should have let this game sit out and paid those out, even if they would have, just the revenue, just the profit they made up to this point, which would have kept growing, would have still been over $10 million. And this is why I say that in my opinion, they should have let those pay out. So if we look at the reasons that they're wanting to pull it, let's see if we can get there. I think it's a little further down in the game. They're recommending it. They're recommending to close the game. But they're not actually saying why, but we know why. It's because the sales, it wasn't selling that much. Normally they actually put it right here. Normally they indicate why they're doing it. I don't know why they didn't do it here. But anyway, they normally do, and the reason for that is that the tickets are not selling enough. So here's my thoughts. Number one is, if we look at these numbers, it's kind of crazy that 74% of tickets were sold, and in that 74%, only half of the top prizes were found. You know, the lottery tells us that top prizes are distributed randomly and that they don't ever know where they're at. But in my opinion, it's kind of crazy that out of the 26% of tickets that were still left unsold, 5, which is 50% of the top prizes, were in that 26%. Meaning that finding that top prize we were more advantageous at the possibility of finding that top prize as players than we are on most other tickets, because only 26% of the tickets that were printed were left, and out of those there were still 5 $100,000 prizes. So here's where my opinion comes in. Here's what I think the Texas Lottery should do. Will they ever do it? Probably not. Are they a business and in it for profit? Absolutely. Do I know this and still choose to play the lottery? Yes, I do, because I do it because I enjoy gambling. However, I do think that as players, we shouldn't pretend that we don't know the reality of things. And that's why I say these things to you guys. This is why I share my thoughts. And my thoughts are, if the lottery is going to pull a ticket that has top prizes remaining simply because it's not selling that much, then maybe in their strategy, what they should do to help the players, especially the loyal players like us that play constantly, is throw some marketing dollars at these games and get them sold. If somebody would have ran an ad and told me 76% of tickets have been sold and there are still 5 top prizes left for the Funky Fives, guess what? I would have spent my money on this ticket as opposed to many of the other different $5 tickets from the Texas Lottery. And that's really what I think they should do. Instead of releasing new games with top prizes, throw some marketing dollars. I mean, you did make $10 million plus in revenue. And inform the players that do not know to come on the website to check these numbers. Inform them that they have a much better chance at winning $100,000 because there are 5 top prizes left and only 26% of tickets are unsold. And I guarantee that they won't have the problem of those tickets not moving fast enough. That's just my thoughts on all of this. I don't know how you guys feel. Let me know down in the comments below. What are your thoughts about that? I just am bothered by the fact that not only was it pulled early, but this ticket was only out for 23 weeks, which is only about, what, 5.5 months more or less. Definitely could have been out there longer. They could have put more of a push on selling more of these tickets and given us the chance to win these top prizes. They structure these tickets in such a way that they're going to be enticing to us because we're going to say, look at how many top prizes they have. So for them to pull them early, I think is unfair to the players. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to cry about it because, like I said, I know better. I know what I'm looking at. I know what I'm expecting. But the reality is that there's a lot of people who play the lottery that do not educate themselves on statistics and numbers. And those are the people that you tend to feel bad for when you look at these figures. So anyway, let me know what your thoughts are regarding, you know, this specific ticket, why it was pulled, the amount of dollars that were made in revenue, and just your thoughts in general about it. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Bye.